Media literacy is so multifaceted that it's hard to pinpoint the most important aspect. Personally, what impacts my life on a daily basis is the ability to analyze and evaluate the never-ending stream of marketing that assaults us every day. Today's media-savvy consumer has to realize you're nothing more than a commodity. Companies fight for your every penny and will do nearly anything to convince you to spend it with them. They manipulate consumers by creating feelings that have nothing to do with the product they're pushing.
Advertising is based on one thing: happiness. And you know what happiness is? Happiness is the smell of a new car. It's freedom from fear. It's a billboard on the side of the road that screams with reassurance that whatever you're doing, it's okay.
We live in a consumer-driven society. Too many people today judge their happiness by what they purchase. Corporations depend on perpetuating this culture they've so carefully crafted. To be an informed shopper, you have to realize that none of these corporations have your best interests at heart. They don't care about you. They only want to separate you from your money and are trying to trick you into buying things you don't need. Here are a few of the sneakier and more manipulative ways people are persuaded to continue consuming merchandise they don't need. Product placement is one of the prevalent ways products seep into your subconsciousness.
The fact is, he's the sponsor. And you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
This was an obvious parody, but there's hardly a mass-released movie or popular television show that doesn't take major money from corporate sponsors. There's a booming industry dedicated to placing these products in front of you at all times. Its impact can range from gentle reminder advertising that subliminally sits in the back of your subconscious to actively manipulating weak-willed shoppers into buying more products they don't need and can't afford. The key is to realize that none of this is by chance and that it's all part of an intelligent design. Sex. Since the dawn of advertising, sex has been a top producer for companies. Linking your product with sex continues to show major sales increases. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's thrown more in your face. It's a pretty easy equation. Step 1, have something you want to sell. Step 2, combine your product with sexual imagery. Step 3, profit. Don't be sucked in by this blatant, simplistic scam. There's plenty of free porn on the internet, or you know you could actually go out and meet a real person. This shouldn't have anything to do with your choice in beer or fast food. And let's be honest, they're probably lying about that hamburger anyway. Clickbait, the lowest of the low. Bottom feeders who prey on the stupid. While they may not be trying to separate you from your money, they're stealing your time and profiting from the poorly disguised garbage they try to pass off as useful or entertaining information. These make me miss the early Darwinistic days where if you clicked on something this obviously stupid, you get a well-deserved virus. Don't fall for these. If you do, well, your time probably isn't that valuable anyway. Creating an artificial sense of attachment with the consumer is a way to keep people hooked on your company for life. There are so many ways that companies do this, and know they begin at the earliest possible ages. Consumers have to be very aware if they're being brand loyal because of actual experiences with well-made products, or if they've been manipulated by media messages to nearly fanatical levels. The best way to combat this is to be aware of all the products in the segment you may be shopping in. Be an informed consumer and consider your options. Don't be a Calvin sticker guy. Remember that corporations will try to sneak merchandising into places when you least expect it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Morty, wake up. We're in a Carl's Jr. Hardee's commercial right now. I'd like you to meet some characters. Thick Burger El Diablo.
Rick, I don't want to be in a commercial. It's 4 in the morning. I got a big test
Too
tomorrow.
bad, Morty. I'd like you to meet All Natural Burger.
Stop
It's gonna help you relax, Morty. Western Bacon Cheeseburger.
I need to get sleep.
Jalapeno Thick Burger.
They're getting sauce all over my bed.
These guys are cool.
Hey, put that
Tex-Mex
down.
Bacon Thick Burger coming up.
Stuff, Rick. They're stealing stuff.
The Tex-Mex Bacon Thick Burger, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
The biggest thing I hope people start to understand is that if you don't want to buy a candy bar, don't buy a candy bar. No advertising should be able to influence you unless you let it. You can make a conscious choice to remain one of the brainwashed sheep who consume without understanding why, or you can be your own person and make the choices that work best for you. I make an effort to choose, analyze, or simply ignore all of this noise. I'm not immune to it, no one is. Just pick and choose what's best for you. Think for yourself and never take for granted that there's a planned message behind everything you see and hear today. Be your own person, not the consumer corporations want you to be.